Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to the Elite Dangerous Beta server. Now, today we are going to have a quick look over again of both the two new ships that are being introduced into 1.3, the Courier and the Diamondback Scout. Now, the reason I am having a look at these again is because there has been a lot of discussion over the viability of these two ships as exploration craft. Now, after I've been doing my research, I was initially a little bit disappointed by what I managed to find, but when I kind of came back and thought of the prices that I'm paying for these machines, then it made a lot more sense to me. Now, first of all, let's have a look at the Courier as we already have it up here. As you can see, we have no weapons, but we do have two heatsink launchers, just on the off chance that we actually get too close to a star. I mean, you can, if you wish, sell these for a tiny little bit of an well, it's not exactly a tiny. If we sell both of them, we can get nearly 27 light years out of it. But with both of them, where are we? Heatsink launcher, buyback, we have 25.54 light year jump range in the configuration that I've put together. So let's have a look at the internal compartments. We've gone for a D3 power plant, D2 thrusters, A3 frameshift drive, obviously, D1 life support, D2 power distributor, D2 sensors, and we've gone for an A3 fuel scoop because we want to scoop as fast as possible. So, because this ship does heat up a little bit faster than other ships, because its hull is that much thinner. Oh, somebody's just blown up around us. That's nice. We've also taken a A3 auto field maintenance unit because we want, well, we're both taking both an A3 and a B2 because we want to be able to repair our modules if things do go south while we're out there. If you are planning an extended exploration trip, then the auto field maintenance units and the heatsink launchers are almost a must. I have actually put a shield generator on this ship, even though when you're that far out you really won't need it. But I've put it there because a lot of people will like to use the shield generator. What we could theoretically do, here we go, we could actually change this to an extra fuel tank. Problem with this though is it is actually reducing your overall jump range. So it is probably not the best of ideas. So it depends what you really want. Do you want a further jump range but lower fuel potential, or a shorter jump range and a greater fuel potential, so you are less likely to run out of fuel if you do happen to come across a field of dead stars? But like I said, I leave this to you. It is all up to your personal preferences how you wish to actually fly this ship. And the next two are basically the two musts, the detailed surface scanner and the advanced discovery scanner. I mean, if you are just starting out, you don't have to go for the advanced discovery scanner. You could just go for the intermediate or even the basic. But this is basically the pinnacle of what you should be aiming for basically an exploration build of this ship. I have tested it, and with the power plant as it is knocked down to a D3 rather than a D4, and a D2 power distributor, you are still able to boost, and you can still power all of your internal compartments if you turn off your cargo hatch. So let's go and have a quick look and see how well this thing actually deals getting close to stars. So we'll do that in just a moment, and then we will have a look at the Diamondback. Okay, so here we are sitting at the star. We have gotten ourselves our A3 fuel scoop. So we're going to go and see how well we can actually fuel scoop since they fixed the bug with this ship. Now, as you can see, I have actually gone and jumped around a little bit just to deplete my fuel reserves a little. So let's go and see how well this works and how easily it's going to be to actually scoop fuel in this ship. Now, as you can see, we are still heating up fairly quickly. So there we go, it's still over 100% now, so we are going to have to jump away very quickly again. But I don't know whether that was just me getting too close, or whether that was actually still this ship overheating extremely quickly. So let's give that another go, and we'll try and be a little bit more careful. So we'll try and go in from the very extreme range at this. And there we go. We did manage to actually scoop without overheating. But it does look like it is going to be a bit more of a time-consuming job actually refueling the ship, because you can't stay around the star for any great length of time. But even so, it is still doable, so if you want to use this ship for exploring, then it is a very viable ship to do so. Just bear in mind that it will be a little bit more difficult to refuel. Okay, and now it is actually time to have a look at the Diamondback. There's a bit of a different story here with the Diamondback. So what we'll do is we'll jump straight in and have a look first of all at the hardpoints, and as the same, I have basically just gone for 2 heatsink launchers. You can go for more, but it will reduce your jump range. Because if I sold both of these, I could get up to nearly 28 light years. But I do find that the added protection that these do offer is a lot more beneficial than actually having a slightly longer jump range. Now, looking at the internal compartments, we do have a bit of a conundrum here. We only have 4 internal compartments, and preferably for a decent exploring craft, you want around about, well, the barest minimum 4. Well, actually, no, that's not entirely true. At the barest minimum, you want 3. Luxury-wise, you want 5 at least. But you can make do with 4. Now, I'll show you what I mean in a moment. But first of all, we are still there with the lightweight bulkheads. We are there with an A2 reactor. So we have the D4 thrusters, because we can't go any lower and actually still be able to carry this ship around, because this is a quite heavy ship. It is infinitely heavy, at least 2 to 3 times the weight of the Courier. Frameshift drives are going to be maxed out, obviously. Life support is 2D. Power distributor even is 2D as well. Sensors are 2D, and then we move on to the internals. Now, I have checked all these out, and you can actually power up all your internal compartments if you turn off your cargo scoop, and you can still boost with the D2 power distributor. Now, as onto the internal compartments, this will point out where the compromises lie. As you can see, we have no shield generator. We have an A3 auto field maintenance unit. We have an A3 fuel scoop, and we have the 2 items that we absolutely need, the advanced discovery scanner and the detailed surface scanner. So if you're going for the best possible build you can get for an explorer, you need both of these. If you're just doing intermediate, like beginner exploration, you could probably do with getting rid of the detailed surface scanner, although it will not register you as the one discovering the first one discovering a planet or star. And you can possibly drop this down to the intermediate discovery scanner or the basic discovery scanner, but I would recommend sticking with the advanced if you are going for the best build you can. Now, again, fuel scoop we cannot get rid of, so that is a 100% necessity. Problem is, we can either go for an auto field maintenance unit, a shield, or an additional fuel tank. Now, the additional fuel tank is actually going to substantially reduce our maximum jump range. And a shield as well is also going to be knocking down our maximum jump range ever so slightly. I'll show you what I mean. Because if we go to module type, go all the way down to the shield generators, we can go all the way down to a 3D shield generator, which is the smallest one this ship can actually take. And, well, that's not true. It can take a 3E. But the 3D actually has less tonnage, so it is better for the jump range. But it will reduce us down to 27.29, whereas we are on 27.55. So we're losing about a quarter of a light year, and sometimes that can be the difference between making the jump and not making the jump. And let's also not forget, the greater your jump distance is, the better you are going to be doing on fuel consumption. So it is a bit of a It is extremely personal preference what you wish to put in here. I am quite happy flying around without a shield, so I will be flying around with an auto field maintenance unit, just because I want that longevity when I am out exploring. You might feel a bit different, but this is how I prefer to do it. But anyway guys, I do hope you have found this video useful and entertaining. If so, please do hit that like button, it really does help this channel out. And if you haven't already, join the Wolfpack by hitting that big subscribe button. You will get updates whenever I release new videos, and below that you will see links to all my partnered channels. So please do check those guys out, they really do put some hard work into their videos. And anyway guys, until next time, keep flying and stay shiny.